Hello and welcome to this service of worship here at Trinity United Church in Huntsville. There is one announcement today as we begin, and that is that this past week we had a congregational meeting via teleconference, and I believe there were about 50 people from the congregation who attended that meeting on their telephones. And at that time we unanimously passed the position description for the next minister here at Trinity United Church. And so now the search committee is in place. They have the guidance of our regional rep, and he will be leading them and teaching them a little bit about what it is to be a search committee, and then they will be getting on with the search. And that's good news. And now I invite you to quietly prepare yourselves for worship. Into our wilderness, God comes and says, "Do not be afraid, for I have heard your voice." Out of the shadows of fear and into the light of faith we come, O God. When we seek for a sign of love, God comes and provides all that we need. Old ways are discarded, and we are made alive with Christ. Come, let us worship. Singing along with Johnny, hymn number 313 from Voices United, God whose almighty word. Let us pray. God of sparrows and elephants, of earth and sky, of the great and the small, you stand with us when we are hurting, when we are frightened, when there is danger. You are with us today and always, loving us and caring for us, even when we do not see you or hear you or feel you. As we live in your steadfast love, may we live boldly, faithfully, and joyfully. Amen. Our Old Testament lesson today continues our reading of the story of Abraham and Sarah. Today from the 21st chapter of Genesis, beginning at verse 8. This picks up the story just at the point in time when Isaac has been born, the first child to Abraham and Sarah. And they are considering now what should happen, because Abraham fathered a son with Sarah's handmaiden Hagar. His name is Ishmael. Isaac grew, was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on that day. But Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, playing with her son Isaac. And so she said to Abraham, "Cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not inherit along with my son Isaac." The matter was very distressing to Abraham on account of his son. But God said to Abraham, "Do not be distressed because of the boy and because of your slave woman. Whatever Sarah says to you, do as she tells you. For it is through Isaac that offspring shall be named for you. As for the son of the slave woman, I will make a nation of him also, because he is your offspring." So Abraham rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar, putting it on her shoulder along with the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered about in the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, she cast the child under one of the bushes. Then she went and sat down opposite him, a good way off, about the distance of a bow shot, for she said, "Do not let me look on the death of the child." And as she sat opposite him, she lifted up her voice and she wept. And God heard the voice of the boy. The angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, "What troubles you, Hagar? Do not be afraid, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Come, lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand, for I will make a great nation of him." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. She went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy, and he grew up. He lived in the wilderness and became an expert with the bow. He lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother got a wife for him from the land of Egypt. And our gospel lesson is once again from the Gospel according to Matthew, from the 10th chapter. Beginning to read at verse 24. This is probably one of the most difficult passages in the Gospel. A disciple is not above the teacher, nor a slave above the master. It is enough for the disciple to be like the teacher and the slave like the master, if they have eaten the master of the house Beelzebul, how much more will they malign those of his household? So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered up that will not be uncovered, and nothing is secret that will not become known. What I say to you in the dark, tell in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. And even the hairs of your head are all counted. So do not be afraid. You are of more value than many sparrows. Everyone, therefore, who acknowledges me before others, I also will acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever denies me before others, I also will deny before my Father in heaven. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and one's foes will be members of one's own household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever does not take up the cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Those who find their life will lose it. And those who lose their life for my sake will find it. Hymn number 561, from Voices United, Take Up Your Cross.